And yo,
What's
what's
going on,
up?
Rob?
Yeah, man, how you doing?
I can't complain. Another rainy day in Brazil. It's the rainy season. But, you know, like I said, can't complain. Feeling good. How about you?
I'm pretty good, pretty good. It's snowy here. I'm in Berlin, and it's totally snowed over. Although the
Oh,
sun,
wow.
the sun is coming out tomorrow, so we're gonna have like blue skies, sunshine, and snow. It's gonna be perfect. Perfect winter. Yeah.
Are you a snowboarder slash skier?
No, no, but I have seen a couple of people skiing in the park on completely flat surfaces, which is pretty amusing. Yeah.
Nice. Um, yeah, I actually grew up in the northern US, so I got lots of snow. I was never a snowboarder or skier either, unfortunately. It looks cool though, and I appreciate people who can do it well, but
Same.
I hate the cold, Rob.
I can dig that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to warmer temperatures as well, but not too long now.
Hence the tropics.
Oh yeah.
But that the tropics give and they take away as well. I think we should just keep chatting for a second, and hopefully we'll get some stragglers coming in.
Okay.
Um, but hello to everybody that's here. Greg Dollar, I remember you from previous contests, I
Oh yeah.
believe.
Yeah, it was a good entry.
Yeah, actually, I think we didn't have time. Oh, I remember now. I think his girlfriend, sister, or wife or somebody was in the chat as well saying to review it because we didn't have time
Yeah.
to review that entry.
No, it was a good one there. Yeah.
Yeah, so you were on the list, buddy. We appreciate you. Toki's in the house.
What's up?
Toki, I remember he just entered, or she. I don't know. Toki is
I get the feeling
just
it's.
checking
I
out.
seem to remember it's an Alan, or is that someone else? Alan
That's
Toki?
someone.
Is that someone else? Someone else.
Was it Alan Toki? I don't.
Tell
Could
us.
be. Let me. Yeah, I don't know. No. Oh, Greg used to live in Alaska. He said, Rob.
Oh wow.
Could you imagine? That's one of those
Next
places
level.
where you get like 6 months of darkness, isn't it? Or is that in just different places in Alaska, Greg? I don't know.
If you're far north enough.
Toki says it was Alan.
Hey. Nice.
Man, your memory is
Strange.
impeccable, Rob. It's not strange. It's impressive.
It can be.
It's impressive to say the least. August Enzelberger is in the house.
What's up?
He says hello, Rob.
Hello. Hello and welcome.
Alan Wall's music in the house. What's up? Ricky Marquez. Pagan Song. Hello to everybody that's here. Argentina is here.
Hey.
Nice, nice. Bom dia, that seems to be Brazil.
Ah. As
Nice.
in good day.
Morning.
Morning.
Well, yeah,
Bom dia?
yeah. Bom dia is good day, but we say that in the morning in Brazil.
All
If that
right.
makes sense, Rob. I could
Sure.
give you the Portuguese lesson, but let's just get into it. We got a lot to cover again today. We've got 3 entries, is it, Rob, from the last competition?
Yeah, three roundups we're gonna do. Followed by tons of other stuff. With
Okay,
giveaways
so yeah, we
throughout.
got we got a bunch of entries from the like kind of intervening contest, not the main contest from the last stream. We're going to review 3 of them. One is the winner, and then 2 other ones we thought were pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and just let people see what happened inside of those. Um, oh, and by the way, Rob, tomorrow you're going to be joining me at 5 p.m. UK time for a massive Plugin Boutique live stream for the 9th birthday of the community.
Yeah.
So everybody that's here and everybody that's watching this in the future, definitely tune in tomorrow on the Plugin Boutique channel at 5 p.m. UK time. We're going to be having just a great jolly old time giving away plugins pretty much. Rob is also going to be doing some product demos, and we're just going to be chatting, maybe drinking a beer or two if it's allowed, and giving away well over 20 plugins for everybody. So if you guys are around, definitely check that out. Today's live stream, we're also going to be giving stuff away. We love to give stuff away, don't we, Rob?
We do.
Yes. Throughout this stream, just like every Loopcloud live stream, we're going to be giving away 500 Loopcloud points to 5 different people throughout the stream. When I say it's go time, just be active in the chat, hit the like button, and we'll have my friend Andre on the Loopcloud team pick a name and send me the names at the end of the stream. We'll announce those then. And we got one other really cool thing going on, Rob, and this is about August Enzelberger. He won the first big contest that we did with that epic Psytrance Loopcloud project. And he was a real superstar. And he said, I already have Carbon Electra. Why don't you give it away to somebody else on stream the next stream? So, August, you are incredible. Awesome work.
Yeah.
Awesome work on the track, and just being a real cool dude for letting us give away Carbon Electra to somebody else in the community. So let's just do that now, Rob. What do you say? Or do you want to hold that off for later today?
Do it right now.
Okay, so listen. A gift from August Enzelberger from his winnings from the last remix contest, Carbon Electra from Plugin Boutique. If you're epic, if you're active in the chat right now and you've hit that like button, my friend Andre is going to pick a winner. So do it right now, guys. Go ahead and get active in the chat. Thank you again, August. That's a really, really cool thing to do. You could have given it away to your friend. You could have just sold it on eBay. I don't know how it works, but you real cool for going ahead and letting us redistribute that to the community and keep things moving here on the Loopcloud streams. Super cool. So yeah, that being said, we're going to review those last contest entries. We've got a really cool free plugin for everybody that's involved with a Loopcloud subscription. We're going to talk about that today. Rob's going to demo that VST plugin on stream using Renegade Audio, which is a label from the Loopcloud community of manufacturers, a really great label. So I'm sure Rob's going to cook something up really great on stream with that. And then we're going to actually jump into the new contest, which is going to be huge. We got over $500 worth of VST instruments and effects to give away for the winner of that one. So definitely stick around to find out the rules, regulations, and what's going on with that. Then Rob's going to do a live demo with the assets for that contest, so to show you what's going on. And then we're going to go ahead and wrap up the stream. And along the way, like I said, we're going to be giving away points. If you have any questions, comments, anything, as always, put it in the chat. My friend Andre is going to send it to me on my phone, and hopefully we'll be able to answer those along the way. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Rob, what do you say? Let's review the first entry that we're going to. And if you want to go ahead and set up who it is and why they've been chosen. Or maybe give it a peek first, whatever you want to do, man.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I've just switched over to Loopcloud so you guys can see here down at the bottom. We've got all of the tracks in the player. If you're totally new to Loopcloud, then yeah, this is where August has sequenced all the parts to create the groove. And you can see he's added tons of effects to quite a few of the tracks that we'll talk about in a minute. So I'll just play it through now. Yeah, there you go. That's all 16 bars. As you can hear, another tight production. What do you think, Josh?
Did you said it was August?
August, yeah.
That's another one. Yeah, that was August Enzelberger.
Enzelberger, yeah.
I mean, we were looking for the name when we were looking at the project files. You know, we kind of had a sneaking suspicion he's going to be involved, and loaded it up. And then seriously, another really tight production. The mix was right on point, just like the winning entry he had before. Track 4, 5, and 6 had some really nice processing, and I mean, just another like Psytrance track. I mean, you immediately knew it, and it sounded great. So another really, really great entry. The only thing I would say about it is, and it's strange because it seemed like he did a little bit less by way of manipulation, and I think the reason why that happened was because in the initial contest, he had to use house samples to make the psytrance, and he did it perfectly. But when I was looking through his project file for this one, it was a lot of psytrance packs that he was pulling from, which is perfectly okay. That's exactly what they're there for. But it just wasn't. He didn't put as much into by way of manipulation and processing that as he did that first one. But again, I mean, it's a slam and psytrance groove. It's definitely worth fleshing out into a full track. I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, another solid track, August. Keep them coming, man, because we always are excited to see the LC session file from you, and we love opening it up and being surprised and hearing really great stuff. That's 2 for 2, man. You're just knocking them out of the park. Keep it coming for sure, man.
Yep, I agree completely. Great work. Yeah, really tight production. Not quite as much detail as I think you just said, Josh. Could have had a few more fills, a bit more variation. It was kind of a fairly, consistent 16 bars, whereas the last one had a few more kind of bits dropping out and more exciting stuff going on. But yeah, can't complain. Some really great work with the effects. Nice automation, nice variation. You got nice little glitchy touches mixed in with little choppy edits. So yeah, good work.
Definitely. The next one was a nice drum and bass tune from Toki called Fire, I believe. He already gave it a name, so hopefully he's looking to flesh it out. But if you want to go ahead and play it for the people, we'll talk about it right after.
Yeah. Nice. Rolling.
Yeah, instant vibes. That's what I love. That's what I love about this contest and how we've been running it. Is as soon as you hit play, you're gonna get vibes. 9 times out of 10, just because that's that's it. You've got this one opportunity to show the track, and so many people are doing it so right. But this one was just instant grooves, man. Again, a really nice mix. There wasn't a lot by way of manipulation, but again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Really, we're just looking for people to utilize Loopcloud to make great stuff, and this is the beginnings of something great. So, really, really great job, Toki.
Yeah, some nice touches in there as well. I think there's a really nice fill at the end with a kind of FX. You got a nice riser FX swell, and then a little drum fill coming in. So some really nice touches in there. But yeah, really, really good groove. Real head nodder.
I agree. And another one, I actually thought it was better without the vocal, which is good, because then you can go get your own vocalist if you can. It's definitely a track that's primed for vocals, but I just thought, like, when I muted the vocal there, just that driving drum and bass groove was more than enough for me to get excited about. But again, to each their own. It's music, it's art. It's whatever you feel is right. That's just my 2 cents there. But definitely a really, really great track. Definitely a great start to something, Toki. Keep it going. And, hopefully you flesh something out and get a whole track going.
Absolutely. So.
And is it winter time?
Oh, yeah. I think wait, is it? Yeah, it is.
Wait. 1, 2. And if we had 3, yes. It's winter time. It's from a person named Steve James. Steve James, if you chat, present yourself, because this is a banger. Yeah. I mean, certified banger. Rob, go ahead and play it, and then we'll talk about it, because, man.
Okay. Yeah, one thing, the tempo of this one, I think it's actually saved at the same tempo as the last one, but I think, you guys can't see me editing it here, but I feel like it needs to be a little slower, like the 140 kind of tempo. Do you remember that? Do you remember the tempo? Remember thinking anything about the tempo? I'll play it. Should I play it at both? See what you guys think. Which one it should be.
Run it at both. That's the power of Loopcloud. No problem.
Okay, so this is the slower one first.
Paging Steve.
Does it sound like it needs to be faster? I'll do it at 20 BPM faster. Just see if you guys.
You'll have to ask the chat. I can only hear the big drums through your headphones through the microphone.
All right. Well, yeah. See what the chat say. Here it is at 168. So like fast drum and bass speed now. Yeah, maybe it is 168. It works at both, to be honest, but it's great.
I mean, that's what, when you get fire, I mean, you could put that fire at any speed almost, Rob. You could probably half time it and it'd still be epic.
Yeah.
So let's break this down. I mean, so right off the bat, as I've already said, the entire composition is pure fire, instant vibes. That's always what I'm looking for. It's mixed incredibly well. And if we just go through, there's so much editing, there's so much processing, there's so much pitch bending, there's so much that went into it that if you'd be hard pressed to find the original loops in the library if you couldn't see the loop names inside of the editor, because he just took them and he sculpted them like a sculptor would into exactly what he needed to make the track stand out. And I'll just run through some of the tracks, and if you, while I'm talking about these, Rob, if you kind of want to like just kind of go through it with your mouse and kind of show what I'm talking about. But track 1, some small edits there where to add the nice flavor, some really nice panning automation, and of course the tape stop effect is always a win in my book when it's done right, and it's done here. Just on that little slice, you can see, if I'm not sure if you can show this, but just that automation is just for that one slice there, and it just works perfectly to add that extra bit of flair to the loop on track 1. Track 2, the pitch tools used in full effect. More edits, more tape stops, so more win in my book. And it's just another way. Like I believe the tape stop was used similarly, but in a different position in terms of the bar or the loop. Mm-hmm. So you're getting a tape stop on one channel, and then you're getting a tape stop on another channel, and it's not overdone. It's not in your face. It's just adding a little bit of texture and flavor to the actual loops themselves. So super dope there. Track 3, pretty straightforward, but even that slight panning automation takes an otherwise straight loop and makes it his own. So Steve's on point there. A simple snare on track 4, but it's the snare for the project. And I want to point that out here. I mean, there are literally hundreds of thousands of snares in Loopcloud. And, we've had a sneak peek at some things coming up in the future Loopcloud today, didn't we, Rob?
We did.
Which are actually going to help people find the right snare even better. I'm not going to say what it is, but we're adding tools to help you find the right ones, because it is the right snare for the right project. And that is super important, to have the right kick, the right snare. And if you look at the kick track, which is actually track 5, Rob, and you look at it from the kind of the zoomed out position, it looks like a standard kick. And this is kind of my point here. But if you extend that first kick out, it's actually this massive, bassy, subby kick thing. And what Steve has done is just chopped off that little attack bit and added a little bit of volume automation to make it a really punchy kick, but it's super short and completely different from the original one shot. So, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. He heard that sound and was like, this is the right thing, but I don't need all this other jazz right here. I just need this little bit. And that's all he used there. So just phenomenal. In track 6, there's just so much to love about it. The pitch automation, the reverb on the one hit, the volume automation, the fades, the 2 different filters with automation. I mean, so much processing, and it works so well. It's just, I mean, Steve, if you're here in the chat, I don't believe you, I saw you, but if you're watching this in the future, I mean, that's what we want to see. That's what we like to see You've really taken what Loopcloud has in terms of tools and utilized them to take loops and sounds from all different genres and speeds and make them into one cohesive, massive track. So, Steve James, you're our winner of the interim Loopcloud contest. You will be receiving Scalar 2 and chords. Go ahead and email Loopmasters or support@loopmasters.com and just present yourself as Steve James, the winner of the Loopcloud contest, and we will get you sorted with those. But, Rob, let's talk for a second.
Okay.
I messed up, man. I messed up, dude.
What happened?
We were supposed to give away 500 Loopcloud points before we reviewed all those. So now we've got to give away 1,000 Loopcloud points to tutor. Guys, get active in the chat right now. You got to help me out because I messed up. 2 people are going to win 500 Loopcloud points right now if you're active in the chat and you've hit that like button. So do it, and do it now. My friend Andre is going to write your names down, and we will announce those winners at the end of the stream. Rob, I apologize.
I forgive you.
Man, I went forward and I just start talking, and you know me, I can't stop talking apparently. So yeah, 2 different people, 500 points apiece right now, active in the chat, and I believe the show is yours right now, Rob. We're going to talk about Dub Station 2 from Audio Damage.
Oh, that's right.
That's a free plugin. And before you jump into your demo, I just want to say, if you're a Loopcloud subscriber, a paid subscriber to the artist, studio, or professional plans, you should have received an email by now with your code to download Dub Station 2 from Audio Damage for free. It's a great delay plugin. If you're not on a subscription plan yet, if you take a trial subscription right now, we suggest the studio version. If you take a trial subscription to the studio version of Loopcloud, you will also receive Dub Station 2. This is the free trial. You're going to get the plugin for free, and if you decide to cancel after the trial, you don't need to give us the plugin back. The plugin is yours no matter what. So we're saying, hey, come try out the power of Loopcloud, and we'll give you a plugin just for trying it out. And we've been doing that. We're going to be doing this about every 2 months for the rest of the year. We started back in December. It's been about 2 months. We're doing it now for a limited time. Obviously, you need to take advantage as soon as you can. And then we're going to be about every 2 months, we're going to be giving a new plugin out. So obviously, we're going to be talking about those on stream when they happen. But, you know, take advantage now while you can and get this great plugin that Rob is about to demo for you here on the stream.
Awesome. So let's jump into that. I can take you out for a minute, Josh. See you in a bit.
Perfect. Right.
Yeah, so first we're just going to quickly look at a couple of new labels that we've got on the site now, or in the app rather. You can find them. I was finding them on here before, but recent releases. Here we go. Shuriken Audio, just the first one that's just worth a quick mention. Couple of packs there. Boss Fight Dubstep, for example. Anyone into dubstep will know who Boss Fight is, Swedish producer. So this pack contains just really awesome stuff. Everything in there is just absolutely massive. And the other label is Renegade Audio, which is, there's the label page. When you choose the label there, you can see all the packs they've done. So they've got loads of recent releases here, and it's all in the kind of dub and reggae sort of area generally, as you can see. And everything's just got a completely amazing sound. If I'll just clear this for a sec. I want to check out one of the packs here. Let's just go with the Reggae Rockers one. Just click on that, and then it loads up a tab here with just that pack. And then we can just go through and play some of the different samples in it. I showed this on previous streams, but at the top here, you can see all of the different tags that have been used for the samples. So if I want to check out the drums, and one thing I actually learnt today, I thought I knew everything about Loopcloud, but if I hit Command P, I can make the player disappear, which I've never done. But then it just gives you a little bit more space there to work with the pack. So now if I click drum and go loops, I can then just check out some of the drum loops. And I've actually favorited a few of them rather than going through them. Really awesome loops. If I go up to my favorites here, you can see the ones I favorited. So you got really cool ones like this. Just awesome quality on their loops there. I'm going to call up a guitar one though. Actually, it's an electric guitar. So I can then get it into live and we can just quickly demo this awesome plugin. Where are you? Guitar. It's a skank one. There it is. Just went straight past it, didn't I? Have I saved it? Oh, I've saved it there. Sorry. It's in my favorites as well. If you want to find one from your favorites, you can either open back up the player. And you can see it right in there. And I can just pull it out from there. So I just drag out the original, go into live, and then drop it into live. So this is a clean one, deliberately. A lot of the samples in the pack have loads of awesome reverb and delay on and stuff like that. But to show you the dub station, I am dropping in the clean one here. And first of all, I'm just going to drop an EQ on there because it's quite resonant. I just wanted to drop out this resonance just a bit, just because you're going to be hearing this sample quite a lot. Just to smooth it off. Very cool sounding filter on there. But yeah, drop that out if you want to just make it slightly less harsh. And now get a plug-in. It's the Audio Damage Dub Station 2. And there it is. So it's loaded up in its default state, which is just applying a delay with a dotted 8th note timing. So right now it's a mono delay, but it can also be stereo, and the way you switch is using this setting here, single or dual. So you can switch it to dual mode, and then you get 2 delay time options for the left and right channels, or 1 and 2. So I can set it to a different time here. And here immediately it goes out really, really wide. So it's nice to have a width control there if you want to pull it in slightly. And this goes the same if you're in ping pong mode. So I've set it back to mono or single channel mode. I turn ping pong on. Now it switches to a stereo delay where the delay time is bouncing from left to right. So again, it can be nice there to have a bit of a control over the width. Otherwise it's panning hard left and right. You've also got the feedback here. Now there's a little bit of feedback even with it in the minimum setting. You can hear you're getting a very slight trail of echoes there rather than just one repeat. So if I crank that up, especially if I had a bit of saturation here, you'll hear that we can get those sort of classic dub echo trails where it gets all distorted. You have to be careful when doing this, obviously. So kind of ride this feedback control carefully to make sure it doesn't go out of control. And it might be good to add a little bit of filtering to that too. It's got a lot of low end on it at the moment, so I can use the low cut here to roll that off. So yeah, really nice sounds there. If you want to make it a bit wonkier, there's an LFO, and if I crank that up really high, it'll create those sort of trippy, really obviously pitch shifted delay effects. But if I bring that right down and just add sort of between 5 and 10%, and it just adds that nice little bit of kind of analog randomness. Yeah, really nice there. And you've got some other things here, just a few different switches. There's one to make it half time, which is good, especially if you're working in stereo mode and you just want to slow that delay right down. You don't have to go in and faff around with the individual controls. You've got a reverse option there. And also a loop if you want to have it fully sustained the whole time, like freeze mode on other delays. So yeah, that's that. I'm just going to drop in a few different sounds now, like this top groove, so we can hear that now in live with these other sounds from Renegade Audio. There's our drums. finally, I'm just going to drop this bass in, but I need to retune it to A. So I hit auto there, and now it's going to tune it either up or down. I might drop it down. And now when I drag out the process version, it's going to retune that to A, so it's in tune with my guitar. You can see is in A here. So I drag out the process version into live, into a new track there. There you go, a little demo of DubStation 2. Fantastic new, or rather plugin that's now comes free with Loopcloud. Amazing. So let's jump back, bring Josh back in. What's up?
Big fan of reggae. Just want to say it off the bat.
Well, good, because there's been plenty of it the last couple of streams. I don't normally make reggae and dub, but the last one I was doing that dub thing as well. So it is nice.
Yeah.
I don't normally make that kind of groove, but it's really enjoyable. It's just so chilled and fat, isn't it?
Relaxed. Yeah, vibes, man. Vibes. 1 second. Oh, I just had to close the door. Couple of things. So yeah, that is free with Loopcloud for a limited time. If you're already on a paid subscription plan, or if you take the trial, a free trial of a paid subscription plan, which will be 30 days free, you'll get that for free as well. Really great delay. There's also like an infinite loop feature and a reverse feature in there, which I think are really two, the reverse is pretty common these days, but that infinite loop one is pretty cool and pretty unique. That being said, another thing, August has said that the delay on his track was supposed to be synced and it was free.
Oh, interesting.
So maybe at the end of the stream, if we open that back up and see what's going on with that, we'll be able to play his track for the people in the way it was supposed to be played.
Okay.
Sorry about that, August. Not sure what happened there. But I think, Rob, let's give away 500 points.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. 500 more points. If you're active in the chat and you hit that like button, you will get 500 Loopcloud points to use as you see fit on samples that will be yours for the rest of your life. Do it now. Get it done. My friend Andre will mark down that name, and we will announce those winners at the end of the stream. And now let's talk about the new contest. I mean, let's just keep this moving, Rob. I mean, we got all sorts of good news, and I think we got a vibe going. We should just keep going and keep letting people know what's going on. What do you think?
Yep, I think we should do it.
All right, so new contest. Boom. 1 week from today, you will need to submit your Loopcloud session file, and Rob will, I hope, show how to do that. Hopefully you know by now, but just in case, Rob will jump on to Loopcloud and show you how to save your session files. But it's the same format, essentially, as before. You're going to upload your project files no longer than 16 bars to the Dropbox link. My friend Andre is going to put that Dropbox link in the chat shortly, and after the video gets archived, it will be in the video description here. But you upload your project file. Do not upload, because people have been doing this, Rob. I'm not sure if you saw, but people have been uploading WAV files, MP3 files. Do not upload those. We do not listen to them. Send us the Loopcloud session file only, please. Do not zip that file. That file is incredibly small. There's no need to compress it. I am always cautious of compressed files. So that, again, we won't open them. They go straight into the trash, unfortunately. Just send us a Loopcloud session file, please. It's easy to do. That out of the way. Prizes. Let's talk prizes before we even talk about the contest, because that's what people really want to know about. $500, over $500 in applied acoustic systems modeling VST plugins.
Crazy.
I'm going to name these off right now. It's actually 6 different plugins, a bunch of instruments, and some effects. We've got Ultra Analog VA3, which is a bunch of analog sounds that sound absolutely phenomenal. Objeq Delay, obviously an acoustic filter and a really unique delay with some resonant filters in there and some resonators in there as well. Lounge Lizard EP4, which is an electric piano, which is my go-to electric piano, no lie. When I need a nice electric piano, I use Lounge Lizard. It's just, they sound phenomenal. I'm not sure if you have those, Rob. String Studio VS3, which is strings using Applied Acoustics Systems modeling technology. All of these use their very unique and patented modeling technology, so they all sound absolutely phenomenal. Strum GS2, which is an acoustic and electric guitar plugin. And then the brand new Chromaphone 3, which is an acoustic Objeq synthesizer, which is really unique and super powerful. If you like mallet sounds, or if you like just the sound of hitting things and having it resonate on nice frequencies, this is the plugin for you. It sounds amazing. And there are just a ton of presets for all of those as well. So that's the prize package to one lucky winner, whoever wins this next Loopcloud contest. The Loopcloud contest itself, we're doing it a little bit different from the first one. And this time we're going to be giving you, or you need to use, a vocal. There's a long, I believe it's the main vocal from a loop pack on Loopcloud, and Rob's going to show you this in a second. It's called the Melody Men Killer Club Hooks, which is a group of females who do vocals. It's on the Loopmasters label, and you have to use one specifically, and it's called TM 125F. It's an F sharp minor, boy lead, one verse melody. And you can use the dry or the wet. Now, that might sound confusing, but relax. If you look in the chat, you can actually download the Loopcloud session file with both of these, the dry and the wet version, preloaded for you. So you don't even need to search for it. Rob will show you how to find it in Loopcloud. But if you want to just go ahead and download it. And again, Andre will post that in the chat a few times so you can download it, or after this video is archived, you can look in the video description to find out both the Dropbox link and how to download this session file with the vocals preloaded. So you need to use those vocals in at least one track. You can use them in 2 tracks. You can use the dry version. You can use the wet version. Use both versions, but you need to use it at least in 1 track. You can use it as chops. You can use it straight away as an acapella, whatever you want to do, but it needs to be in the final project to be considered for the prize package. Again, 16 bar minimum, and we're looking for sort of the drop of the track, so the most exciting part of the track. If you're making an ambient track, then the most ambient part of the track, I guess. But that's what we need. That's what we're looking for. And also, only 1 submission per person. We had some people re-upload after they'd made some changes on some of the past contests. You know, oh, I decided to do this. No. Your first submission is the one we listen to. If just wait until it's done to send it. If after that, sorry, it's all done. So you'll have until next Thursday to send it. Any genre, any BPM, whatever you want to do with that vocal, you just need to use that vocal in at least 1 track, and you'll have a chance to win that incredible bundle from Applied Acoustic Systems. So shout out to AAS for helping us be able to offer that. That is a huge, that's not tiddlywinks. That's a massive bundle of really great plugins to have in your arsenal and have at your disposal for your future production. So if you want, do you want to demo that first, or do you want me to give away 500 more Loopcloud points? What do you want to do, Rob?
Well, I think it'd be rude not to give away 500 more points.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. Let's go ahead and do it. I've seen people active in the chat, but keep it going. Again, if you're active in the chat right now, and you've hit that like button, my friend Andre is going to mark down your name, and we will give you 500 points, and we will announce the winners at the end of the stream. Do it now. Be loud, be proud. Loopcloud points in the house. And Rob, go ahead and jump into the demo of how you might start your submission for this particular contest.
All right. We'll see you in a bit.
All right.
So, yeah, as Josh was saying, there's a few ways of finding the vocal. You can load up the session file. You go to the edit menu here, and this is the same place you go to if you want to save your session when you're done. So we load session, and we go to Melody Men session. You just click on that, and it loads it up. And then you can see we get that vocal appearing in tracks 1 and 2 here. So you've got the dry one and also the wet one, and you're ready to then start working with them. I'm just going to clear those though, so I can show you another way, which is actually a short way that I've found. And if you right click there, clear all tracks. Just get rid of these tabs up the top here for now. So if I search for Melody Men, you can see in products here the pack comes up. So I click on it, then we can see the pack, and obviously it's an entirely vocal pack, so you've got a hell of a lot of samples in there. But because of the way the sample is named, it's got lead in the name. So if I click on lead, then we only get 4 samples showing up, and they are this F sharp minor boy lead 1 and 2, and it's simply version 1 of those. So just another, just if you happen to not be able to find that session file for whatever reason and you're watching this video, then yeah, that's the other way to do it. Go and find the pack and then just click the lead there, and then you'll see it showing up. So I could choose one. Let's just go for the wet one. So now I've got it loaded into track 1 here. And I think it's also worth pointing out that, sorry, got this little fly buzzing around my studio. It's going up my nose. Very invasive. It's worth saying that you can use that vocal on all tracks if you want to. Don't feel, compelled to go the standard route, which is actually what I'm going to do now, building up a regular kind of groove with different drums. But you could make it in just the vocal on every track with it chopped down to repitch to form your kind of bass and your kicks even. So yeah, get as creative as you want with these. So saying that, the way that I kind of formed a bit of a groove messing around with this earlier on is I just sort of played the vocal, and it's a nice solid vocal.
Don't get me wrong, but boy, I've been watching.
So I actually just kind of scrubbed through it, played the whole thing, and then I just found a bit that I liked. It's all good, but this part here just gets a little bit faster.
The moment we turn out the lights, I'ma be on it tonight. I give you the thing that you like.
So I was kind of feeling that a little bit more than the earlier part. So I went straight into the next track and I just loaded in a kick. So I go kick. Again, I'm trying not to do this too rapidly for any of you who might be brand new to Loopcloud, but you choose the second track here, so it leaves that vocal in track 1. Just go track 2, type kick up the top, and then when the tag appears just below, I'm selecting it to bring it up. And now one shots, and then it will bring up kick one shots directly below, and I can check them out. And if I want, I can just mute the vocal for now down here at the bottom. I can just check out some of these kicks. And I can narrow the search down to a particular genre if I want, but actually that one's pretty fat, so I'm going to go with that. So I just left it there at the beginning, and then I went straight onto track 3, and I got a snare in there. Snare 1 shots. I might actually narrow this one down, so I'll type in trap, and then it brings up the genre tag there, so I can click on that. And for this one, I'm gonna, again, it's brought up a really nice one initially. I think it's an expansion pack. Oh no, there's the expansion pack below. I've got a few Loopcloud drum expansion packs recently, so it's made searching for drums in certain genres like really, really awesome. So I've got my kick and my snare just simple alternating on beats 1 and 3 there. And then I just played it with the vocal, so I unmute it, and then I found a kind of tempo that I liked.
The moment we turn out the lights, I'ma be on it tonight. I give you the thing that you like. Hold on real tight for the ride of your life, like.
I think I was speeding it up, but obviously it's kind of more of a classic trap sort of beat there, or a half-time kind of house speed one. So around 140, 145 was working really well.
I'ma be on it tonight. I give you the thing that you like. Hold on real tight for the ride of your life.
And then I just went to the next track. One thing though I will say, if you are going to do it this way, you are using 2 tracks here for drums, for your main drums, kick and snare. And you can find plenty of kick and snare loops or main drums loops. So I personally wouldn't necessarily recommend using two tracks like this for the main drums, although it gives you more control in the mix, which is going to be nice. You're going to run out of tracks probably for the other kind of sounds you want in there, so it's going to force you to get really creative, but it's another way to go. So doing a new search here, go for bass loops. So again, just type in bass, bring up the tag, click loops just below, And I could also match my tempo if I wanted to narrow it down. Obviously, you can see it brings up all sorts of different genres here. So let's try matching the tempo.
The moment we turn out the light.
And what I need to do now is retune the bass. So it's in F sharp, it's the vocal sample, as you can see from the name there. So I can choose F sharp here, click auto, and then these bass lines will be retuned into F sharp for me.
The moment we turn out the lights, I'ma be on it tonight. I give you the thing that you like. Hold on real tight for the ride of your life, like oh, I'm putting on a show. Boy, the moment we turn out the lights, I'ma be on it tonight. I give you the thing that you like. Hold on real tight for the ride of your life, like oh.
So you could just keep scrolling for ages. You can see there's like over 15,000 different loops to choose from. So I scrolled through for a little while, and eventually I found one. You can also find your favorites here, by the way, but I'm not sure I had exactly the same search. No, I think I had got rid of the matched tempo, and yeah, it was that one there. Rankin Audio, delivering with this Jersey Club bass line that just fitted so well.
The moment we turn out the lights, I'ma be on it tonight. I give you the thing that you like. Hold on real tight for the ride of your life, like oh, I'm putting on a show. Boy, the moment we turn out.
So as soon as I like landed that bass line, I just thought, okay, this is I've got something I can really work with now. It's fitting amazingly. So now I can start to get some other parts in there. So do another search by clicking plus at the top here. And get like a hi-hat in there. And again, I'm going to go for one-shots just so I can show you how you can sequence a kind of one-shot riff. So I'm going to choose the closed hat here. Actually, I'll show you how if you choose an open hat, you can actually make it a little bit smaller here. First of all, I'm going to go to my grid and just set it to 16ths so I can see what I'm working with here. Bring it down so it's a 16th. And then just add a fade on there. And solo it as well. And if you want to go a little bit shorter, I can hold down Shift. And then we're just getting the initial part of it. So it just gives you a little bit more room to play with. And then if I want to copy this out into 16ths, I just need to drag over it, making sure I go from the grid position here. And then when I duplicate that, you can see it duplicates out 16ths. So I can just go all the way. One extra, do that. So now I've got that 16th pattern. All I have to do is kind of mute or delete ones that I don't want. So I'm going to double click them to mute them. And let's play it with the kick and snare. So I'll unsolo it now. Get rid of the bass, get rid of the vocal. So I created a kind of interesting pattern there, and you can get in and get more detailed if you want. You can come in and just like edit individual levels, give it a bit more variety. I'm just going to drag over it, and then with the whole lot selected, hit duplicate and create something slightly different the second time it rolls around. Maybe have it slower there and a bit more going on at the end. Okay, just keep it quite simple. Could add some effects to that. Let's click on FX here and then add a delay. Just add the default one, but I'm going to sync it. Maybe have it on 3/16. And bring up the cutoff, sorry, so it rolls off a little bit more of that low end. So I think it's sounding good. Let's try it with the bass. Sounding good. Bring down the level a bit. Try out a few different hats. Nice. So yeah, I do only have 3 tracks left though now. What I'm going to do is start to use a few more loops. So I'm going to go with a top loop. So yeah, top is the tag to search for now, and then loops. And I'm going to match tempo. And I'm going to go with a label actually, Singo Makers, who make really nice sample packs, especially if you want to make kind of more full-on sort of stuff. Kind of liking that first one actually. So it just adds loads of different sounds there, and it's going to sound nice with the break, but I might need to kind of, you know, chop it up a little bit, come in here and either either grab the scissors tool and chop it up that way, or just hold down Alt so the scissors appears, which is a bit quicker, and, you know, just chop out bits, hold down the Command key to like duplicate a bit over, you know, go to the scrub tool here and choose a sort of different bit. You can also reverse bits to give yourself a bit of a slide in, just to show you how to do that. So we just go to the reverse tool here, and then reverse that bit there. See how that sounds with the other drums. Yeah, so it's going to give you loads of different sounds to play with, especially if you're creating a bit of a build-up and then going into the drop. All these kind of sounds can be like played with and used to create little fills, little sort of FX sweeps, all that kind of thing. So yeah, just to fill up these last few tracks, I'm going to go with a chord. Don't know how we're doing for time here. I think we're all right. So I'm going to grab a chord loop. Actually, I favorited one earlier, so let's go to my favorites here by clicking in the side panel again. This one here is nice. When you're adding kind of chords, it will really change the mood as you step through them, as they go from like major, minor, 7th chords, all sorts of other things. Step in, and I like this one because it's basically a 5th interval. It's just the 1 and 5, so it keeps it a bit cleaner, doesn't push it into a different vibe. Here it is. So we need to retune it to F sharp, so hit auto. And again, I'm just going to hold down Alt here, chop it up, get rid of that bit. So we just got this nice kind of fading in bit. And I'm going to create a fade on like that. So it's going to slide into that beat. And I'm going to duplicate that now. Hold down Command, drag it over. So it's on the first 2 beats of each bar. Sounding good. I want to make it follow the bass line though, so I'm going to click at the end here, drag over, hit Command D. Again, it's a shortcut to duplicate. You can also find these commands if you right click, you'll be able to find them in there as well. So let's just drag out this loop bracket. So the bass line is going down a bit at the start, so I need to go to the pitch tool here and drop these ones down. Just going to take out the drums so you can hear it a bit more easily. Oh, okay, I've gone a bit wrong on my loop bracket. And that's 4 bars. It's going to come out of 16th mode actually and go back to auto so I can edit a little bit more easily there. So yeah, down by 4 and then down by 5 to follow the bass line. Nice. Let's just add some effects quickly to that so I can show you some of the things you can do with automation. And then if we've got time on the end, I'll show you how to create an ARP pattern. Josh is going to have to jump in and tell me if we don't have time, but I think we're all right. So
you're good, bro.
I'm good.
Go on with your
Nice,
bad self.
nice.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, man. So I'm going in with the preset, the long cave, and I'm going to show you how you can kind of set the reverb amount here to sort of change with each section. So I'm going in and I'm changing it to mix. So we're looking at the reverb mix automation along here, and I'm just going to chop it so it follows our slices. In fact, I don't need these. I'm going to get rid of that, and I want to create the sort of effect of the reverb sweeping in across this section. Am I just soloing? I'll solo this track. So there's the reverb kind of sweeping in, and then it stays quite high here, but I want it to drop down. So I'm going to drop that right down. So you get that kind of swell of the reverb coming in, but then you only get a kind of quiet trail. So I don't want to lessen the effect of this sort of sound building up to something and then dropping out. So now I've created those sort of automation curves. I can click there, hold down Shift, click there, and just duplicate that. And now we've got it, that same, I just inhaled that fly. Got that same reverb automation going across the whole phrase. Nice. And for the last one then, we're going to create our own ARP. So we could go in and we could, type in ARP, hit that tag. And I'm also doing everything by typing at the top, which is the way I normally work. But you might want to go in, click on these menus here, and you can find all of the different instruments there. So there's ARP. You can just click there and gone in. So if you're not really sure what kind of sound you want to create, you don't want to keep going through the same process of adding the same sorts of sounds. You might want to go there and find something different to add. In fact, what we're going to add is a marimba, just to be something slightly different. So we'll go with this one here. It's just a one shot. There's some loops in there as well. I'll repitch that one as well. So now it's tuned. I'm just going to solo it. And for this one, to create the pattern, I'll go a bit quicker by using the pattern menu. So you click on this pattern menu, or rather preset name there, go into bars and beats and 16ths. And then it gives you your 16th note pattern. Then I just have to get rid of or double click to mute some of these to create a rhythm. Actually, I'll just go with a short rhythm looping round. That should do. It's quite busy. It's quite a lot going on. But if I went in and I changed the effects, we could have a part there which kind of comes in and out and is used to create nice intro sections, as well as just sort of subtly add some rhythm during the groove. First of all, I'm just going to pitch it though. So I go into the pitch tool. I'm just going to bring up the pitch of these. So they're going through the notes in a minor triad. So we got the root note, the tonic, got the minor third, 3 semitones up, and then the fifth, 7 semitones up. See how this one sounds? Stick with that one. I'm going to drop this one down the octave though by clicking on the octave. Nice. So that's basically all the parts kind of in place. And now, if I was taking this onto the next stage where I want it to be something I submit, I'd go in, I'd add a lot more effects there, I'd get the balance a bit better, and I'd arrange it. So I wouldn't keep the bass line just constantly running throughout. What is the length, Josh, actually, if you can hear me? What's the length of is it 16 bars?
16 bars.
16 bars
maximum,
max.
Yeah.
So this bass line is actually 16 bars. So I could, just chop out the first part, have a bit of an intro there. Obviously the kick and snare at the moment are exactly the same throughout. So you definitely wouldn't want to have that. You'd want to select this kick, for example, drag over that, duplicate it out as many times as you like, keep going up And that allows you to then create your variations. So you could have sort of lower level kick here, just if you wanted to create your variation. But if you just keep duplicating that out all the way across the 16 bars, then of course you can get rid of the kick in certain sections and the bass, and just have a sort of nice intro section that then builds into a drop. So it'll just give a bit more variety. It'll give you a nice opportunity to have a drop that actually hits and gives you a nice impact. Yeah, and you know, if you are using up all your tracks like this and you don't have, say, a cymbal, then you can get sort of really inventive and even like turn that snare into a cymbal if you want. I've done it before. You just take a version of it right at the start. This is my snare, isn't it? Yeah. You take that snare, you kind of crop it like that, you know, pitch this one up really high. So you've got just the sort of tail end of it. Going to be slightly quirky snare, but then you just add your FX, go to reverb, go to long cave, and then just cut it so it's not affecting the bits you don't want it to affect. So we want this snare to be clean. So then we'll have this long. So now I've got this kind of cymbal-y type. Obviously, if I play around with that a bit more, we'll create more of a sort of obvious cymbal effect. We could also do a little bit more sort of level automation on it. But in essence, you've got that kind of hit there, and I've turned, you know, a snare into a sort of cymbal or impact style effect. So if you get really creative with the sounds, you can turn all sorts into whatever you need. So yeah, I think that is the end. Oh, last thing then, once you're happy with your session, you go into the edit menu and you click save session, and then you just type in a name, save that as a .lcs file, yeah, Loopcloud session, or is it LCC? That makes no sense. I think it's LCS.
It's LC session. It's the whole
LC
thing.
session.
It's not a 3-letter. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So yeah, and then that is the thing you then upload and send to us.
Yeah. Upload the upload link and to download the template with the vocal already installed are pinned in the chat right now. And after we wrap up here, they'll be in the video description for those who missed it. Rob, really great job.
Thanks, man. Thanks. It's fun.
Yeah, solid track once again. You had me as soon as you said Jersey Club. I said, okay, yeah, Rob, that's it.
That's your win. It's your party.
That's my scene. That is my scene. Nice. Okay. We had a few questions coming in while you were doing that.
Okay.
One question was, do you have to use the entire vocal or can you just use pieces? And the answer to that is you can use as much or as little as you want as long as it is present in your track. And I mean, it's got to be, I mean, let's be clear here. You have to be, it's got to be a part of your track. You can't just turn it down -48 dB and be like, yeah, it's in there. You know what I mean? Let's use the vocal creatively. Next question was, can you use MIDI instruments as well within Loopcloud? And the answer to that, unfortunately, is no, you cannot use MIDI instruments in Loopcloud. However, Loopcloud does connect to your DAW and sync with your DAW, so you can use your VSTs, your VSTIs inside of there, and everything will be synced up, so you won't have any issues there if that's what you need to be using. You cannot use MIDI instruments for this contest, but for just production in use in general, yeah, that's how you would do it. You would sync it up. And there was another question that was really good that I forgot. Oh, do you have to use samples in Loopcloud? And the answer to that is yes. The samples that you use, or the loops or the one-shots, whatever, have to be available in the Loopcloud store. So when you send it to me and Rob, and when we load it on our computers, it needs to either already be here on my machine or I need to be able to get it from Loopcloud. It's got to be there already in the database, and that's what we'll use, because then when I load it up here on my computer, I just need to purchase those samples and download the high quality ones to hear your vision completely. If you use a kick from your home library, I don't know what that kick is, and I don't have the time to replace 30 kicks and 30 different projects to hear what everybody's doing. So just keep it limited to the sounds inside of the Loopcloud. There are over 4 million at this point, so is more than enough to find the right kick if that's what you're looking for. But yeah, it's got to be from the Loopcloud store for these contests. Obviously, for your own projects, well, whatever you want to do is what you can do. But for that. And I think that's pretty much it, Rob. Is there something I'm missing?
There is playing August's project with the correct delay settings. That's the only thing. That's what I've just been going through and just checking all the delays to make sure. So hopefully,
I'm gonna just say, tune in tomorrow on the Plugin Boutique channel for our massive 9 years of Plugin Boutique. We're going to be doing a massive giveaway. We're going to be talking about exclusive plugin deals. We're going to be giving away well over 20 plugins to 20 lucky people. It's just going to be a great time. And we're really excited to be doing it. So if you like Loopcloud, you're definitely going to like Plugin Boutique because it's just more plugins. That's tomorrow at 5 p.m. UK time. August, no, relax, bro. We got you. We're going to play your track as it should be, man. We got you. Relax, dude. Right? Rob, we got him, right?
I think so. It's loaded. It seems to be all there. I don't think you've broken my computer like last time, August. We'll see, though. Don't want to speak too soon.
Okay, and while Rob's playing that, get active in the chat. Give big props to August for giving away his version of Carbon Electra to the community. And while you're thanking August, as everyone's thanking August, my friend Andre is going to choose the last winner of 500 Loopcloud points. So say thanks to August, and you might just win an additional 500 Loopcloud points for your account. Rob, I'll leave it to you to go ahead and play that track.
Okay, let's drop it in. Pretty sure that was all synced. Sounded good to me. Tell us, August, if there was anything incorrect there, but it seemed all right that time. I don't know what happened last time. I must have accidentally clicked on one of the delays or something. Hopefully that was good though.
Super cool. Everybody's being super nice. Everybody's saying thanks to August for being an absolute boss out here in the Loopcloud community. Nice. And I'm looking forward to hearing his submission for this next contest. I'm looking forward to everyone's submissions. It's going to be a banger, guys. This is not... It's $500 in plugins. So I would go into this expecting there to be a good bit of healthy competition. So come with your A game. If you're really trying to get those prizes, we're going to do the same thing. You got a week's time to get this done. Next Thursday is the cutoff date. And then one Thursday from then, we're going to do the same thing we did last time where we review. We're probably going to limit it to like 5 or 6 projects because we ran way over time last time going through them. But we are going to review the top submissions we get. We're going to talk about them. We're going to shout out your names. We are going to announce the winner in that stream, and we are also going to announce the next interim contest because we're just going to keep these contests going. If people keep sending stuff, I mean, why not, Rob? You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it. Let me just find out the names of the winners of the 500 points. Oh, I got them right here. The winner of the Carbon Electra, in case you missed it, was Callum Close. Callum, you got nothing but love for August because he was the boss to allow us to do that for you. Callum Close, winner of Carbon Electra. Gifted. It's a gifted, like the gifted subs on Twitch. We got a gifted synths on the Loopmaster, the Loopcloud live stream.
It's a beautiful thing.
It really is. I mean, 500 points. Here we go. We got, and I'm going to butcher these names. Taiji Smedes.
Nice.
Taiji Smedes. That's TAEDESMEDES. You are winner number 1, 500 points. Winner number 2 is Carbon Nickel. That's a solid name. Mm-hmm. Easy to say. Carbon Nickel, you win 500 points. Number 3 is L.A. Winter. L.A. Winter, if you're in the chat, put it up in there because you get 500 Loopcloud points. And then number 4 is Peeters. Peter Peeters. That's Peter with Peeters with 2 P. This is a funny name. You win. I'm not going to spell it. It's too many P's and E's in there. And then we've got D4RBZ. You are also the winner. You are the final winner of the points. My man, everybody, what you want to do to claim those points is send an email to support@loopmasters.com. Within the title, say Loopcloud Livestream Winner, and explain yourself who you are and what you won, and we will get you sorted. Thanks, Rob. Always a pleasure. I like hanging out with you online.
Likewise.
I can't wait to hang out with you in the snow, sipping beer in Germany. Hopefully soon, my friend.
Absolutely.
Thanks to the community for being here. Thanks to everybody who submitted. Obviously, we love all of the tracks that come in, but we only have enough time to cover a few. Next time, hopefully it's yours. And send in those project files by next Thursday. The full list of rules, prizes, regulations, links, everything will be in the video description once this video is archived. So if you go away and come back in 10 minutes or when you're ready to upload your project file, everything will be in the video description for you to use. And that's pretty much it. Thanks again, Rob. Thanks, Andre, for manning the chat. You're a boss as well. And I'm Joshua Casper. I got nothing but love for you, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow for the Plugin Boutique stream, but if not, in 2 weeks for the next Loopcloud stream.
Amazing. Good luck, everyone, and we'll see you later.